Om Shri Sai Ram. How are you all doing, my dear friends? It's been quite some time since we posted a video about this particular journey that we had during Bhajan Samraat. Okay, just when you think you've almost made it, that is the time when the biggest obstacle will crop up. So this journey which we abandoned long back, let us resume. We'll have just 2 more episodes wherein I will deal with this particular subject, and now we are in the juncture of semi-finals. And if you're curious to know how this journey was, how we made it to the finals, continue watching this video. Top 8 teams that have been performing consistently well in this competition have been selected, and the rounds that are going to come are really going to be challenging, obviously, because it is the semi-finals and it is from here that the top 4 or 5 teams will be selected for finals. So what are these rounds that we had? The 6 rounds that we had were Namavali round, Guru round, language round, audience choice, judges choice, and Raga round. So each had a theme. So we could not just sing some random bhajans that we had prepared, and we had to follow the theme, and at the same time it was like one-on-one. So the first round that we got was Namavali round. So when we went into this round, we thought we have to really focus on Namavali, and we had different patterns, like different rhythm sections. No, when we were singing in Tisram and suddenly we would switch to Chatushram, and we had all those innovations happening. At the end of the round, we were very happy that we had done all those changes. Okay, Kusuma ma'am said, I am really not satisfied with the way you have designed the whole thing. By the time my mind is aligning to Chatushram, you have suddenly shifted to Tisram. The patterns were too many, so it was not allowing me to concentrate on there was no flow, in the sense when you are singing a Namavali, the aim is to make the audience participate, isn't it? So when you keep shifting the rhythm, I felt that it may not sync with the vibe of the audience. Okay, the first comment we got was like this. Soumya ma'am just gave the contrasting comment. She said, I thoroughly enjoyed the innovations that you made. Means I couldn't think that in a Namavali you could have this different rhythm patterns. At the end of the day, when we pondered, we realized that it is about making the audience participate, and also at the same time show your creativity and your innovation. There should not be any extremities. We have to follow the middle path, and that is the one that will make us have this rapport with the audience and also connect within ourselves. So this is just one example of the various kinds of things that we had during this journey. And yet another thing, as we were going, the further rounds that we had, we kept progressing. We prepared according to the particular theme that was given to us, and there was one particular round that was the Guru round, which was the finale for us. And in that, Soumya ma'am said that the graph chart of Sri VIDYALAYA is going up like this. She was so happy with the progress that we made, and at the end of it, once we finished the recording, we saw suddenly all the teams were assembling there. We were just wondering like what's happening. It is at that point we got to know that that was the final round that was to conclude the semi-finals or the Super 6, and that day they would decide like which are the top 4 teams that are going to go for finals. So all the teams were sitting with fingers crossed, all the 8 teams were waiting, and the leaders, team leaders were called, and they were made to stand there, and it was at that point that the judges started revealing the scores of the various teams, and we were eagerly waiting for the results. But as luck would have it, it was just the opposite that we heard. That day we got to know that we were not a part of the top 4 teams that were qualifying for finals. So this journey that we had undertaken with a lot of enthusiasm and dedication and sincerity, and exactly on the day when we got such positive comments from the judges, the news that awaited us was that we were not selected for finals. So it is the aspiration of every team to be a winner. You put in a lot of efforts, but at the time when you realize that your goal was almost within your reach, and at that time you are giving up, it becomes really very tough. And what else can we do except pray for another chance? We just heard that there is going to be a wild card entry also. Not everybody who took part in the competition could be a participant of the wild card, isn't it? So we were hoping that they would choose us to take part in the wild card, and I hope that all of you were also there with us in this journey. And today's episode, we will definitely put a song which our girls sang in the Ragam round. I think we have a song. It was a beautiful song, and Jayalakshmi's voice was totally mesmerizing. Go ahead and enjoy that particular song. Hope you enjoyed the wonderful and soulful presentation that our girls gave. In this journey of life, we all focus on the destination that has to be reached. But let us remember that the process is also equally important. How we achieve our goal is also important, and that is what maybe God wanted us to learn. He made this team pause for some time to look back, to see what all we have learned, and to feel grateful for the journey that we had made up to the semi-finals or the Super 6. From here, we left it to destiny and to God's will whether we are going to be a part of the grand finale, whether we would qualify for the finals. So stay tuned, my dear friends, and watch the final episode that will be coming to you, and enjoy the process and be happy with whatever life has to offer to you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, share it with your family and friends, enjoy listening to the song, lose yourself listening to the melodious rendering of our girls, and finally, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and subscribe. Stay tuned, stay fine. Thank you. Jai Sai Ram.